Catherine asked me to tell her why I like being around my brothers and sisters. So here goes. My brother is Glenn. My sisters are Wyana and Moya, at least the ones who like to travel with me. So here are the things we like to do together. We like to find ourselves in London and be situated uh, at Wyana's house and then get to travel wherever we want, either on the railroad or on the local subway or walk the streets. So that's a lot of fun. Or get in a car and go over to the continent and then travel all over there. That's just really fun for all of us to get in the car with our own box of chocolates and then eat and drive. In fact, one of my best stories is Wyana was getting a little tired of Greg, who was filling in all the data that none of the rest of us knew about wherever we were. And she said, "Oh, Greg can probably tell us something about the river we're just going to cross." And he said, "Actually, I can." And then he went on to give a very interesting lecture about that river and the wars that had occurred around there. So, how can that not be really fun? Then another thing I like about my brothers and sisters is in the fall, after all of our children are gone, we travel from home to home having dinner at night. So we'll bring, somebody will make the dinner and other people will bring bits and pieces. And then we make the dinner, clean up after the dinner, and then sit around and talk for a couple of hours. Uh, What's not to like about having a brother and sisters like that? Sometimes we just don't consider food and we just go right for playing games. And probably our favorite game is bridge, and we're ruthless at it. Sometimes we even have to call for a director. Another thing I like about them is I like meeting them on the trails. So I may be out looking at something and I may meet them going a different direction or coming the same direction and overtaking me, and all of us in a knowing the land so well that we can tell where Five Corners is, where the grandfather's trail is, where Pillings Road is, where the new little trail is behind David and Shauna's house. We know all those places. We love them. We like to talk about them. We love to go clean them up. I also like sharing reading material with my brothers and sisters, especially Glenn, who introduced me to braiding sweetgrass. Now, what's not to love about being on the same chapter as he is, thinking about the forest ways? Probably one of the most um, spectacular moments of my life was Glenn taking us all up to Avatar Grove, wherein we saw an ancient forest, a real ancient forest. No other human being had been in there to cut wood or change it. So, what's not to like about that? Here's probably the best thing I like about them is that I can do business with them. Together, we have a holding company. There are 14 other investors. We're getting our our lot licenses sorted out. We're getting sorted out anything legal that has to transpire, but we can do it with a shake of a hand or with a small email. Uh, there's just not acrimony between us. There's difference, but there's not acrimony. What's not to like about having a brother and sisters like that? So I think that's about it for why I like being around my brother and my sisters.